Welcome back to the TacomaBeast channel, where, as you all know, it's all about the taco. In today's video, we're going to be showing you how to black out all the chrome on your Toyota Tacoma, both in the exterior and interior. All the products we'll be installing today will be available in the description down below. Make sure to check them out. We're going to be working on Project Great White, the truck that we'll be giving away at the end of the year, plus $15,000 cash to one lucky winner. Guys, we have new merch out. Make sure to go check it out. Every dollar you spend on a certain collection on our website will get you entered for a chance to win this truck plus $15,000. Check out the link in the description below. If you guys have been following along, you guys know that we've already blacked out the headlights, the wheels, the badges, the taillights, and the exhaust tip. For this video, we're gonna finish blacking out all of the nasty chrome, both in the exterior and interior of this Tacoma. For the exterior, we're going to be installing our smoked side view mirror turn signals, a matte black grille, and a white rear bumper cover. We're gonna be getting rid of this nasty chrome by adding our smoked mirror sequential turn signals, which are not only gonna add a nice accent to the truck, but because of the sequential light feature, they're gonna match the headlights. And when you turn on your turn signals, it's gonna look awesome. The grille that's on this truck is not necessarily chrome, but it's not fully black, and we wanna black it out. In the majority of the cases, you will receive a chrome bezel around, or the entire grille might be chrome for some of you, and that's just nasty. We're gonna show you how to swap out your grille, and you're gonna see how easy it is. For the back, we're not gonna be blacking out our chrome bumper. We are going to color match it to the white truck, giving the truck one focal point. We could also black it out, but I don't want it to look like a U shape because of the taillights being black, and then the bumper being black, and then this part being black. It's gonna become a U here, and that kind of bothers me. If we add white, it's all gonna look like one focal point, really nice and clean. For all the exterior mods I just went over, they're extremely easy to install. I would rate them a 3 out of a 10, 10 being the hardest, and each mod should not take you more than 30 minutes to install. For the interior, we're gonna be getting rid of the chrome door handles, the chrome vent rings, the push to start and full wheel drive rings, the climate control knobs, shifter knob, and then the chrome ring that's around your cup holder. As if the winner was not getting enough already, as a bonus, we're gonna be throwing this coin tray in there so you can leave your coins or whatever you wanna put in there, lock it up, and leave it nice and clean. The really cool thing about everything we're about to black out is it doesn't necessarily have to be black. You could color match it to whatever color your truck is. So if your truck is Barcelona red, you can bring in that Barcelona red inside the cab, making it look awesome. The reason why we're blacking out all the chrome is so we can have one focal point, have the truck be one big image that you see all together. If you have chrome headlights, that shine will automatically make your eyeballs go to either the headlights or whatever chrome piece is around your vehicle. We don't want to add too many things that it's going to distract from seeing the big picture, the focal point, right? And then when you come up to all the accents, that's when you appreciate the art of it, the detail, and it just makes your truck look so much better. Now let's jump straight into the install to all the products I just mentioned. If you guys want to skip between each install, make sure to use the chapter markers below. We're gonna start with the exterior, and the first mod we're gonna do is switch out to our smoked sequential turn signals. To do this is extremely easy. All you gotta do is put your fingers here. You're gonna slowly start to pry it outward, go around, take your time until it all comes out. Next, you're gonna use a screwdriver, and we're gonna remove this screw up here and this screw right here. Now we're gonna get these cables and remove them from the plastic piece. And then here, there's a tab that we're gonna have to remove in order for the mirror turn signals to come out. Push that in, and these should come out. Then we're gonna remove this connector by pushing in here and pulling out. Now we're going to grab our smoked sequential turn signal. We're gonna use the connector to just plug that back in. And the same way it came out, we're gonna put it back in. We're gonna remove this. Oh my God, look how nice it looks already. Make sure that everything aligns. Clip goes in nicely. And then reconnect the cables to the plastic piece. There we go. Once you've seen that everything has been seated properly and everything aligns nicely, we're gonna install the 2 screws back on. Before you screw it back on, you want to test to make sure that everything is working properly. Now that we know that it is and everything sits nice and flush, we're going to screw it back on using the 2 screws that we removed. Now we get our mirror cap the same way it came out. We're going to slowly put it back in and make sure that it clips in nicely all around. And just like that, the mirror turn signal has been installed. Take a look at how nasty the mirror looked with the chrome turn signals and how awesome they look now with the smoked sequential turn signals. Now let's get our TRD Pro style grille installed. First thing you're gonna wanna do is pop your hood. Using a 10mm socket, we're gonna remove these 2 bolts. Using a flathead screwdriver, we're gonna remove these 2 push tabs. One of them is right here. To make it easier to remove the Toyota safety sensor, we're going to use a flathead screwdriver. You can also use a pick, and we're going to loosen the wire harness, disconnecting it from the grill. There's going to be 1 tab up at the top, and then 1 here on the side. This is gonna make it easier to disconnect this connector, and now this harness is removed from the grill. As soon as we remove this connector, the grill will be free. Grab these plastic brackets, lift up to release, and then insert your hand down here, and you're gonna push backwards. And just like that, the grill comes right off. Make sure to put the grill on a nice soft surface. You can use a carpet or a towel. Now we're going to remove 8 screws that are around the perimeter of the grill. It's gonna be 1 right here, 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8. Now that those have been removed, there's gonna be tabs all around that we're gonna have to go individually and remove. Now that we have removed the tabs on the bottom part of the grill, we're gonna turn it around and continue up at the top. At the top, there's only gonna be 2 tabs, 1 here and 1 here. Once those are removed, the grill insert should come off. Now we're going to remove the Toyota safety harness that's attached to the grill by using a flathead screwdriver. This is how your grill should look after removing the grill insert. Now we're going to start prepping our TacomaBeast TRD Pro style grill. One really cool feature about this grill is this lights up. So you can choose to have 1 solid color or RGB and choose what color you want with a control remote. Cannot wait to install this grill. So right now we're gonna prep it. I'm gonna flip it over. Before we install this grill insert, we are going to prep the sensor. So we gotta remove this cover by pushing down on these tabs and then just pushing down. This comes off. And then we're going to install the Toyota safety sensor cover. You're gonna align these 2 with the holes. Push in, make sure it snaps. And then at the top, you have these locks that will hold the cover in place. Usually what I like to do is get a 10mm socket, which is going to help me evenly push down and lock it in place. So the first thing I'm gonna do is align it, hold down with my hand at the bottom, and then push down. Now we're going to grab our Toyota safety sensor. We're going to install it on the grill insert. Make sure these holes align with these 2 pins. And then that should align up there. Use the same screw that you use to remove your Toyota safety sensor from your OEM grill to install it back in. Just like that, your Toyota safety sensor is now installed. Grab the wire harness for the safety sensor, and we're just gonna make sure that it doesn't dangle around, pushing it in like that. Now we're going to grab our grill insert and install it on the bezel. Just make sure all those tabs align, and you're gonna push down, making sure that it clicks all around. We're gonna flip it over to confirm that all tabs have gone in perfectly. You can see them right here. So just go around making sure that they've all clicked in. Now that the grill insert has been installed and the Toyota safety sensor, it's time for us to install the entire grill assembly onto the truck. A few things to take note of here. We have to plug in the TSS harness, and then we're going to have to connect all of these connectors that basically are going to power the TCMBST letters. We also have our front-facing camera that we showed you previously on another video on how to install that we have to reconnect as well. So I'm gonna put all the cables there. I'm going to grab the grill assembly. And then here, one way to guide yourself is by starting at the top. You wanna get these two plastic brackets. You wanna get them to align up top, and then everything should fit nicely at the bottom. It's a perfect way to guide it in. If not, you're gonna be fidgeting around with the bottom and it's gonna be a mission. Now you're going to grab your two push tabs that we originally removed and put those in, push, and then same thing on the other side. Then you're going to grab your two 10mm bolts. We're going to screw those back in. One goes in there, the other one goes in here. First do hand tighten, and then slowly, don't go all the way. There we go. Now you're going to grab the wire harness that's connected to the vehicle. We're going to use that tab to connect it to the plastic bracket on the grill. Now we're going to fish the wire harness that goes to the Toyota safety sensor, and we're also going to use that tab to connect it to the bracket on the grill assembly, like that. And that will allow us to align the connectors. Make sure they click in, and our Toyota safety sensor is officially installed. I've gone ahead and tabbed the wire harness for the grill into the headlights so that when I turn on my headlights, my grill turns on. I could turn off the grill with the remote. So all I have to do now is just connect these four connectors to the wire harness. We're gonna make sure they click. Now it's time for us to check and see if this grill works. Without even turning on the grill, just take a look at how awesome that looks. Now I'm gonna go ahead, turn it on, and right now it's in a mode where it's just going through the colors, but if you want to, you can choose blue, green, red, and then you also have different modes. So I can choose this mode where it just kind of switches through the colors kind of rapidly, and then I can just turn it off. For the last exterior mod, we're gonna be getting rid of this horrendous chrome rear bumper by simply adding a bumper cover. We're gonna color match it. It's gonna look really clean. You take a look on the other side. It looks so much better. First thing you're gonna wanna do is to clean the surface of the bumper. So I have a wet microfiber towel right now that I'm gonna use to remove any dust particles or dirt that's been left behind. Once you've done that, you're gonna use a flathead screwdriver to remove the 3 push pins that are underneath the bumper. Before you remove the 3M double-sided tape, that you fidget around with it, you play around, you see how this is gonna be inserted there. You try to install it yourself, and once you get the hang of it, and you've already installed it and inserted it, then you go ahead and remove the 3M tape. There's gonna be 2. And then make sure you're not applying pressure where the 3M tape is at. Then start out at an angle. You're gonna use a pry tool to lift up and slowly work around it. As you guys can hear, it's slowly coming into place. Check and make sure that the bumper cover is aligned, and we're gonna do that by checking the holes where your push pins originally came out of. Check right there, there, and I can see that they're all aligned. Since they're all aligned, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my push pins and just insert them back in. Now that the bumper cover has been installed, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the protective film. After you remove the protective film, you have officially installed your rear bumper cover. Take a look at how much better it looks than that chrome rear bumper. Now we're gonna move on to the interior. The first mod we're gonna do is to black out the chrome door handles. It's extremely easy to do. We're gonna open it up, insert that there, it clips right in. Now you have a black door handle. Now you're just gonna repeat that same process on all the rest of the doors. Again, the really cool thing about this is you can color match it to your vehicle. So now I'm starting to think it would have been really nice to make these white also. Now we're going to black out the climate control rings, and we're gonna do that with the Miso kit. Ours is the dual zone climate ring, so make sure you guys choose the right one for your vehicle. In order to do this, get a 90-degree pick. Make sure you're holding on the button. You're gonna pry there. I'm gonna move it around until it fully comes out. Now you're gonna get your new blacked out ring. Remember, this could be any color that you would like. And you're going to move it around until you feel that it clicks in, like that. Once it does, just push in. Cool, make sure it works. And you're gonna repeat that same process on the other two knobs. As you guys saw, that one came out quick. Put it in, move it around until you feel it go in, push down. In my opinion, this looks way better than that. But again, guys, we could have color matched this to the white of the truck, or we could have, you know, gone, if we like red, we could have done a red too. It all depends on your personal preference. For the last one, you saw how that just fits right in, and then we use our two hands to push it in and make sure it works. And just like that, your climate control rings are now blacked out. Now we're going to black out the chrome vent rings with the Miso Customs vent replacement kit. To do that, you're gonna wanna go ahead and remove this piece, slowly push it out. As you guys know, or if you've been watching, we do have this stinger kit, so I gotta make sure to remove that. You guys are not gonna have to worry about doing this unless you have this unit. And just like that, we removed our center panel. Now we gotta remove the one on this side, and we're gonna start by prying this with our hands, slowly moving our way. Try not to be too crazy. Slowly pushing it until it comes out. We're gonna bring down our steering wheel. Now that we have removed all three vents, we have to remove the fourth one. We're going to grab our 90-degree pick tool, and slowly we're going to pry out the vent ring. Make sure you're very patient with this. Don't force it. Now I'm gonna show you how to remove all four air vents. You're gonna use your pick tool, and there's gonna be 3 clips on each air vent. So clip number 1's right here. Then in order for that not to happen and for it to go back in, just make sure you're holding with pressure. You're gonna go to the other side, to the other clip, and then it should come out. We have 1 air vent out. Now we're gonna go for the second one. That comes out. We're gonna repeat the same step on this side. For the single vent, we're gonna do the same thing. There we go. Right out. Now we're going to remove the chrome ring by using box cutters to remove the 6 knobs. Now using your pick tool, you're just gonna pick at them and go all around until the chrome ring pops out. Repeat the same process on the missing 3 vent rings. Now that the 4 chrome vent rings have been removed, I'm gonna show you how to install the blackout vent rings. Now you're going to align each tab with the hole on the vent ring. You're gonna push in and then just go all around. until you feel like it's nice and secure. That's crazy how cool that looks. Now repeat the same process on the rest of the vent rings. Now we're going to pop the vents back into place using the tabs. The same thing we did on this vent, we're gonna go ahead and repeat on all the other vents, making sure they all click in. Make sure it's nice and secure. Now it's time for us to install this back into the truck the same way that it came out. You're gonna make sure that the tabs are aligned, and then we're gonna pop it back into place. Make sure you start on this side, and then with the palm of your hand, just slowly start to push everything in until you hear it all click. Now we're going to install our center trim piece, making sure all the tabs are aligned, and then pushing until it all clicks. And just like that, we blacked out our vent rings. Take a look at how awesome they look. Now I'm going to show you how to install the Miso Customs Chrome Delete Kit, which is basically gonna get rid of this silver piece here in the cup holder. We're gonna get rid of the push to start and four-wheel drive chrome rings and the chrome ring that's around the shifter knob. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is remove this center trim piece. Simply just pry it out. Right out. Now we're gonna stick our fingers in here and we're going to pry this part outward like that, making sure it gets loose. And that's going to allow us to remove this control module. From here, we're gonna have to remove these three connectors. And just like that, this piece comes off. Now, we need to remove this center console part in order to get access to this chrome ring on the shifter knob and this trim piece that goes around the cup holder. What we're gonna do is push down and then twist the shift knob for it to come out. Once that's out, pull on your e-brake, then open up your center console, and then from here, you're basically going to pry this out. Make sure this comes out. Slowly twist it. You're going to have this connector down here that you're going to want to remove. And once that's removed, slowly twist and pull until the leather boot comes off. The first thing we're going to do is remove the push to start button and the four-wheel drive knob. You can use a pry tool or your fingers to push down on this top tab or the one down below here. And the push to start button will come right out. And then you're gonna repeat the same thing for the four-wheel drive knob. And they'll come right out. For the push to start chrome ring, you're gonna get your 90-degree pick tool. You're gonna push out. Just like that. All right, now grab the black ring for your push to start. Identify where the top is. It's stated in the back. And then go ahead and align. You'll see that everything aligns once you put it on the top. And once it's aligned, all you gotta do is push down until everything clicks. Now we're going to grab our four-wheel drive knob. We're gonna flip it around and we're gonna use a screwdriver to unscrew the two screws that are at the top. And we're going to remove this mini motherboard, and then there's one more screw all the way at the bottom that we're going to have to unscrew. Make sure to keep your finger down here so that this button doesn't fall out. As you guys can see, there's two tabs that we need to reach. One right there, one right here. And we're gonna use our pry tools to remove it. just like that. Chrome ring comes right out. We're going to grab the miso black ring and now install it back in. The way you're gonna find its orientation is you're just gonna stick it in, twist it around until you feel it drop, and then you're just gonna push in. Wait for it to click, just like that. Once again, take a look at how tactical this looks. So cool. Now we're going to reassemble the four-wheel drive knob. Same way everything came apart, we're gonna put it back together. There's only one way this motherboard can go in, so don't be scared of putting it in the wrong way. And then we're going to put the top piece on, and we're done with this knob. Now I'm going to show you how to remove the trim piece around the cup holder. We're going to flip it around, and by using our pick tool, there's going to be 8 tabs in total. I'm going to use our pick tool to move those. Slowly make it all come out. Piece came out. And now we're just going to get the Miso Customs cup holder trim and simply push it in. Make sure it clicks all around. And then for the last chrome piece, we actually have to be inside the car to install this piece. Make sure your push to start button is facing the right way and simply just insert it and push all the way. Do the same thing for your four-wheel drive knob. All right, now we're gonna put everything back together. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is get your leather e-brake boot and make sure that goes in nicely. Once you've secured it, make sure the e-brake goes through the hole, and then don't forget to connect this connector down here. Then you need to make sure that the shifter knob stick goes through this boot right there, and then slowly push down and work your way to the back, making sure that everything is nicely aligned. Now we're going to grab the last black trim piece from the Miso Custom Kit and black out the last chrome piece on our truck by simply laying it on top of that. We're gonna put the shift knob, twist it around till it gets nice and tight, and then we're just going to push this into place. Make sure it clicks, and just like that, you no longer have that horrendous chrome piece down here. And now it's time to connect everything back together. We're gonna install the 3 connectors we removed earlier. Make sure that they click all the way. Make sure that these red tabs are aligned in the corresponding spots. Slowly push. No need to force it. If it's not going in, it's because the tabs are probably not aligned. Now we're going to reconnect our screen. Once again, make sure that all the tabs are nicely aligned, and you should be able to just push really nicely and everything just clicks in. Check out how awesome it looks. We've blacked out the entire chrome on this Tacoma, both in the exterior and interior. Take a look at the before and after and how awesome the truck looks now. Make sure to head on over to our giveaway collection. We have new merch out, and get yourself entered to win this brand new 2021 Toyota Tacoma plus $15,000 cash. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button. If you haven't already done so, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.